Okay, so it was arriving in the last couple hours, in the last 15 minutes, and now in the last minute, I did decide that this community does not deserve me. The children deserve better than this here too, but and the last drop was a librarian who claims her great master's degree in various diplomas and yet who thinks like a developmentally disabled person, with simple problem solving, with incongruences when she communicates with me, when presented with critical thinking, but I had just written an email that I didn't send yet, but that is in my mind, just waiting for a bit more confirmation that that type of assertiveness to explain why I give up on this community was already written this morning. And it wasn't on my list of things to do. It was, again, to continue advocating my right to be of service to these communities. But the thing is you get too much disrespect eventually from the people primates that suffer from HSD, and then you've got to keep your dignity by just role modeling that this is wrong and I disagree and I won't be a victim in this way. And it breaks my heart you continue down your self-destruction path. Yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, at 7-Eleven, Petro-Canada, I think there was a manager there, but I told two staff, I think when the other customers were gone, I said, you guys are so programming your brains to repeat, do you have this card, bonus points card, do you have air mile, blah, blah. Can we get you this one if you don't? They're programmed like this that when we speak, they don't hear. They don't hear we have to repeat ourselves. They are unable to be in the reality of the moment. And again, I'm saying this. I said you guys have to stop doing this. Like, just try to interact with a person, give them a compliment on a piece of clothing they have, a haircut, make a joke. It's just a repetitive thing. And I said, you guys, the human brain is not mature till it's 25. And at your age, you're like really creating. And I'm saying, even if you had $1 million in your bank account, it still wouldn't be as valuable as what you have here that has been built over eons to evolve like this. And you are destroying it by repeating things I don't care about as a social creature, trying to have a real social interaction with you as if we are on the same level, although that's unrealistic for me to think. But can't we be on the same level of just a basic exchanges? I'm buying a chocolate bar and you're going to understand my joke because you're not in zombie mode that I'm offering you for free in a creative way. Like, can you? And that's not what happened at that particular moment, but this is who I am, right? I am able to notice things and say things and reference things in the inherent value of the moment. And they are not these people primates. That's one thing. And then I go to a place that wasted my time a lot before when I was there for both introducing myself as a worker, but also seeking advocacy in this area where I was referred there for advocacy. And after a lot of time, oh yeah, we don't need anybody right now after I talk to the board or whatever, and you can't volunteer here either. And it's not like they don't need me. So now I'm in there as a recipient. Okay, I'm receiving meals, I'm doing laundry for free and getting a shower. Now, do you know how pathetic that makes you, not me? That, and again, this is me like cleaning toilets in Japan while they're plagiarizing some of my ideas for programs. So, you're pretty failed as a species. So, in this place, I'm noticing, okay, they're not putting the right soap in things. They are, appreciating my skill sets. They're giving me trust right away. And I'm giving one of the staff amazing feedback she really appreciated by just observing her work. That was great over a short period of time. And they kind of don't know how to label me or schema in their head because I'm like everything. I'm a poor person. I really require these services. Then I'm more skilled than most of their staff. I interact with clients that I've never met in a positive way immediately with a comfort that most of their staff might not even have after a month. Like these things this is me, an Homo sapien among the Homo communia. and then eventually get attitude, right? I get attitude eventually from staff that find me interesting at the beginning, but then, even if I don't say anything critical of their behaviors, they start feeling insecure that you can't tell who has the most mental illness between the staff and the clients. So again, guys, like at the library here, and I'm saying, like, I'm not pointing the finger only at your library, but I've been noticing over the years that, and it was building, like, the lady, she was getting flustered, and I'm trying to help her, and I'm trying to say, other staff know how to do this. If you guys can get in on this together, because it is falling under your duty if you work behind the counter to do this stuff. And yet they take big breaths, like they're annoyed with me on purpose that I can hear it, because they're expected to do their job that I'm offering to help them do it easier and figuring it out without them having a panic attack. And this is not even a person that suffers from panic attacks likely. It's just somebody who expects, library services. And it's getting so horrible, and it's such a disappointment to somebody who's always enjoyed books and who wants to believe that a librarian has research skills and can figure things out without having insecurities and self-confidence issues and being a tribe of their own who make libraries really unwelcome to people that enjoy books, especially newcomers. And now they want to charge me a fee, and I'm saying, well, seriously, you really have the worst internet in town. What are you doing about it? And their answers kept changing. So this is the community that I'm in. And of course, the benefits of them accepting volunteer training from me, like so they can manage their own feelings, figure things out, that they don't get overwhelmed when they have a question or a newcomer that's outside of the norm with wanting to borrow a book and not having an address. As if I invented being a person wanting to borrow a book without having a house and paying taxes. I didn't invent this. And yet, when I'm saying this is weird, and not being a person that walks away and saying this is an easily solvable issue, and then to get this attitude back, we don't need no Homo sapiens here, is pretty much what it is. And somebody, like, I have to knock on the door when it should already be unlocked. I'm the one, again, opening up the basement area where last time they said, oh, we must have forgotten this time. No, you're like already talking and gossiping. And the lady, I say, well, the customer service here is worse than the norm. But I'm saying the phenomenon of librarians not knowing how to be librarians is very common. But here, the customer service is worse. And when I say this, the other lady calls her, oh, there's somebody waiting. I'm a client waiting, trying to be in a conversation where she doesn't keep changing what I said. And really, everybody's selling an image. So a librarian is not a librarian. It's somebody selling an image of a status quo, of an illusion of a functioning society that's not functioning. So everybody's a salesman now, really. A salesman of their own BS that they need to believe because they don't have mental health thinking tools to be able to reflect somebody that has any kind of university degree in any subject where you would think they have undergone the maturation process. So I don't know how much room is left on my phone, and I know there's no grass is greener on the other side thing. So again, I burned out. I went into debt documenting for 6 weeks on the ground here, places that need my services, that advertise for them, that won't give me a chance to demonstrate that I can serve the clientele that they would require me to serve. So people primates are very, very failed here, and there isn't anywhere where they're not. But isn't there a place that would even part-time allow me to help them survive their days with less stress by teaching them tools, or even supporting them indirectly if they don't want to learn how to drink water? Then at least I'll lead them to it. It's that dumb being among the people primates. And already today, at 1:11 p.m. on July 18th, 2022, after 6 weeks, you would think, Martin, that's not enough time. There's something wrong with you thinking that, not something wrong with me. And I don't think you'll ever figure that out. That in 6 weeks of documenting all the hard work for things that you need me, these are roles that are open that you need me, and you don't let me do it. And you want to blame me as the constant. And my theory is being recorded as being true. Like I'll say she'll behave like this, sure enough. And I'm tired of this crap, and I'm going to be a bit more assertive by saying this is what it feels like for me. And then suddenly, I'm an enemy for having feelings and human rights in your failed societies.